And one of the surfers in the water that can give us that is this man right here.
Italo Ferreira been on fire so far during this first event of 11 on this year's schedule. A two-wave total of 5.03. Here's a replay of Italo's previous ride.
Yeah, and again, you know, they're asking a lot of these surfers, finding those sections. I mean, he surfed this wave really well and ends up with a 3.5.
Knocked John Florence out in the second round. Got into round 3. Got rid of Gabriel Medina there. Served Medina his worst result all year. As we see Italo up at the moment. Couldn't find the ramp on that occasion. Finished second to Joel Parker's. Taj Barrow, I believe it was. And then since then, well, since 2012, he hasn't made it to the quarters here. So this is a big opportunity for him to kick off his year in a great way.
Including right now what's in the water.
So Medina waiting to see who he's going to surf against. It'll be the winner of Heat 6, Geordie Smith and Mikey Wright. But right now we've got Willian Cardoso up and just hammering away at the start of that ride.
Got lighter winds, but of the direction, you can start to see it's playing a little bit of a role and mixing the lineup in, you know, a tiny bit. The canvas is not nearly as clean as it was when we started today, but it's still very high performance oriented. As you see that powerful snap from Willian.
Dangerous man to underestimate, isn't he? You look at his first round heat. He didn't perform too well there. Actually got relegated to the second round. The way Jadson had been surfing, you were thinking, wow, he's going to really wax these guys. Sebastian Zeitz was in the lineup. He kind of has the sort of surfing you'd think would fit well here at Duranbar, but it was Willian winning through. And then he got the jump on Michael Rodriguez in the third round to earn his place here. So, no, underestimating this guy can be very dangerous.
It's so true. We also had Italo almost stomping another gigantic error, which pretty rare to see him not actually put his feet on the board. At least right there, it looked like he actually missed his board.
Looking for a pretty solid score. 7.97. Willian Cardoso finds a nice looking wall to rip into here. A couple of decent turns already. What kind of finish can he put on this wave? A pretty decent one.
Amazing technique as he times it perfectly right to explode into the maneuver.
Featuring Italo Ferreira, last year's world number 4, who won 3 events on his way to that number. Pete, he had this one during the break.
Yeah, and again, we're looking at scores here for Italo, much lower than what we've been used to. Got himself a 3.57 and then a 4.2, but I think he's realizing now that he's got priority in this next heat. He's on a higher quality waves, and his scores are going to lift now. Straight up vertical.
It's non-stop action here with the dual heat format coming into play. Overlapping heats. Willian Cardoso tearing that left apart. Has the lead. I don't think too many people would have predicted that would be the case at this point in this heat. Up against Italo, who's just been showing rare form. Watching the response of guys like Italo after seeing Iago and Gabe take to the air in the last heat, Pete. Italo looking inspired.
Well, we have yet to see this number drop, so he's looking for the 5.21 to get himself back in front.
And Wade typically won't go for the big air. He uses the toe at speed to get to an end section and rip a big carve. So he's in tune with those rail turns at the moment, as seen on that last ride. Italo Ferreira here. He's got the lead back with his last ride and starting to build some momentum. As I say that.
Did you see how he got out of time when he's rail caught at the bottom of the wave? Put him out of time for the rest of the wave, which is super unusual for Italo, as we know. But let's have a watch of this. See what happens at the bottom of the wave after this turn. Just nails it, gets stuck a little bit, and then gets caught.
It's almost like the turn kind of put him off timing.
That stopped his momentum into that turn. Got a little too enthusiastic, and his ambition on the wave overtook him. Here he goes.
Loading up.
Looking for it. Trying to release the energy of losing his momentum on the last wave. He's wrestling with that right now.
Uh-oh, here's Willian.
I sense that.
Williams is calm. He just knows he has to be on the best waves in order to beat Italo. That's what he's finding at the moment. Beautiful carve to get started. Drawing it out once again. This wave's starting to lie down a little bit. But the Panda has plenty of power to throw into these turns. Meanwhile, out the back, Italo falling again, and a minute and a half remaining to be up against Italo and only looking for a 6.64.
Look at it. Italo's going to find a wave here.
Well, this might be the one that gets Italo into the quarterfinals. Looking to drop a 5.77. This way starting to lay down though, and not looking like it's going to be a solid score at the moment, but you just never know what he might do on the inside of some of these rides. He's just praying for this thing to ramp up a little bit. Just give me something, he's thinking. Such great small wave surfing, but still, it just doesn't feel like that one's going to go into his top two. He wants to know how long is left. Just 55 seconds. It's going to be a lot of fun, mate. Loved having you in here. Always great to see you.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Mate, looking forward to having a surf with you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome.
Good having you.
Well, that heat has come to a close. Willian Cardoso left chasing a score, and it's Italo powering on through to the quarterfinals. Back with more in just a moment.